Welcome to part 6 of Let's Go See John. And I don't know why that come upon me like it did to talk about vetting the ministers, but when I hit that there about he come on to his own, and his own received him not. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. And he came unto his own, and his own received him not. This is St. John 1. That was verse 10 and 11. Now you got to remember, though, that Satan maketh himself to be an angel of light. And certainly I'm not seeking no office. I don't want, and I'm never going to stand in no pulpit. That ain't my place. And I will never stand there. There's a lot of reasons why I'll never stand there. Most of them have a step up on the altar, and I'm never going to do that because I don't want my nakedness to be revealed. And for another, that ain't my place. That's not what God has given me to do. I have no desire to lead. I just want to talk about Jesus and to tell you the truth by which you might be set free. I'm nothing like my daddy. If I wasn't in this for the Lord, I'd just quit and go on back out in the world and do whatever I wanted to do. If I had no fear of the Lord, which my daddy clearly did not have. He didn't. And I can tell you that for Ernest. He had a narcissistic attitude. And he was always right about everything. And he hadn't even read the whole Bible. He picked up a few things and run with it. Things that he saw was popular. Because he liked the attention. I don't want the attention. I want you to give Jesus attention. He died. Talk about Jesus, not Daddy. He died. In my place. I don't want nothing what belongs to him. I don't want to take nothing away from him. Not his glory. Not his joy. Not his kingdom. He deserves the best of everything. And I would that it was in my power to give it to him. Because he loved me when nobody else would. He brought Bo into my life. And he used Bo to teach me that people could really love one another. That love really is unconditional. The only other person that loved me like that, besides Jesus, was my granny. And I can't see taking anything from the Lord. I don't want to steal nothing from him. Because he deserves everything. All praise, all honor, all glory. I would that I had more to give of myself. But I am what he made me to be. Just a little simple thing that nobody even knows and nobody wants to know. Just a little weirdo who is not like anybody. I don't believe in all this stuff the world's doing these days. And I don't belong here. And it becomes more evident every day. And the only thing that truly brings me joy is to tell people about the Lord. And I feel privileged to just get the opportunity to speak his name and to tell people, do you know Jesus? Do you really know him? Let's get on into this word, because I want you to know him. I'm not asking nobody feel sorry for me either. Don't do it. Yeah, I faced a lot in this life. But they that suffer with Christ shall reign with him. And I just want to be with the Lord. I'm just like that little thief that was hanging on the cross with no count for nothing. But I ask him to remember me when he comes into his kingdom. And the kingdom of heaven's among man. Someone ask a question. When were the angels created? Because they're created, they're not. So if angels are a created being, when were they created? There's no account of them in the creation account in Genesis. Y'all got into that book of Enoch and got your minds all twisted up, didn't you? There's no account of them in the creation account, and yet it lists everything that God made in this Bible. So when were the sons of God created? When were the angels created? What are angels? Angels are messengers of God. So when were they created? There was a time when the sons of God came to present themselves to the Lord. And Satan come also. That's in the book of Job. And Job was there. What does that tell you? Job was there, presenting himself to the Lord. That's when he ended up having to be tested, right? Because God said to Satan, have you considered my son, Job? Yeah. Let's get on in back into this book of John. Let's recap verse 11. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Verse 12. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the will of God. And did you catch that? Let's recap 12 and 13 again. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. I believe on his name. I believe in him. I know he is who he says he is. I just know it. That's why I hear him talk to me. My heart is pure. I have no hatred or malice in me. I have no desire to hurt anybody. I joke about stuff like that because that is total off character for me. But I never hurt anybody. Ever. I don't have that in me to do that. And a lot of people sure have it in them to hurt me, though. Because they certainly do. But let's go on. Recapping verse 13. Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. Of the will of God. And I'll see you in the next part. As soon as I get a chance to get it done and get it up.